Hey, this is Life with Sean Renee here, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe. You ever just have someone that keeps asking you to go to church, and you're just like, no, yeah, I'm not ready right now. I don't want to go. And just been asking you, and it's your family member, it's a cousin, keeps asking you to go to church, and you're just like, I don't know. And then the unthinkable happens. This video is called "Cousin Set You Up to Go to Jail at Church." Let's watch the video.
Are you messy? Okay, me too, friend, me too. I got a story for y'all. This is about to be a story about how I almost went to jail at church. Yeah, at church, you heard me. The house of the Lord, right? So let me set the scenery for y'all, okay? So a few years ago, my cousin was like, hey, like inviting me to church, hey, you should come to church more often, yada, yada, yada. And I have one of my homegirls coming into town. She's going to give this sermon this weekend. She's super chill. She's not one of those like pushy people that like try to get you just into church or whatever. She's super chill, laid back type girl. I'm like, okay, girl, I'll meet her. Okay. What's tea? Right? So she's like, okay, I'm going to set things up. So she set up like a dinner for us when she got into town. And this girl seemed super chill, like, down to earth. I was like, okay, like, clocked it, girl. I see you. Right. So she's like at dinner. She's like, oh, you seem chill. I love your vibes. Yada, yada, yada. You funny, whatever. We should like hang out more, like hang out before I leave. And I was like, yeah, girl, like I don't got that many friends. So, I'm open to it. What's tea, girl? So she's like, okay, well, like I don't really like going out to the club and doing all that. So we can just chill at your house or whatever. I was like, okay, again, I'm good with that. So she comes over. I think it was like 2 days later or something like that. So she comes over on like a Thursday, right? Like after I got off of work. And she had like a briefcase with her. And I was like, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on? I was really confused. Like, girl, where's this briefcase coming from, man? Why you need that? So she was like, oh no, like I do Mary Kay. And I just want to test some products on you for this like new launch that's coming. And I was like, okay, I mean, I don't really know you like that, but okay, I guess I'm here to support you. So she's like pulling out all these products, like testing on my face and stuff like that, just like asking me for my feedback and stuff like that. And I was like, again, I'm here to support her. So I was like, yeah, like it feels nice, whatever. So after she like does her little like testing, if you will, on my face, she then asked me to like buy these products, like straight up. I was like, girl, no, like, I didn't know you was coming here for all that. I thought we was just chill. I thought we was just like, kicking it, right? Like, girl, at this point, what's tea, right? And she was like, oh, like, your cousin told me that, you was into skincare and all this. And I was like, I mean, I am, but I didn't know, like, this was a whole, like, presentation. Like, I don't know what in the Amway is going on here, right? And so she's like, oh no, like, my bad, she didn't tell you, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I am trying to like find some clients here, to like sell my products or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'm good, but thank you, and then she was like, well, if you don't want to buy it, you can like become a seller yourself. And I was like, I'm not really interested in that. Again, I'm thinking that this is just about to be like a friendship that we about to create. So she's like, no, it's good or whatever. I thought we was good, right? We go on about our business, right? So 2 days later is Sunday, right? So I'm getting ready to church. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go support my little new homegirl, right? So I go to church, right? And if you have ever been to a Christian church, there's a part where they be like, okay, people stand up or come to the altar if you need like blessing and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, I was going through a little something. So I was like, I'm about to go, to the altar, yada, yada, yada. I had another cousin there and my entire family had joined because, again, we all wanted to support this girl. And my family goes to this church on a regular. So this day was odd because my whole family decided to show up, but it's fine. So I had another cousin go up to the altar. I went up to the altar and there was like somebody else. So she starts on the like random person or whatever, starts praying over them, whatever. And it was like actually a beautiful like prayer. And then she gets to my cousin. She's like praying over her. Again, beautiful prayer, talking about how my cousin just needs like, joy in her life and, that she's such a beautiful spirit and, God sees her and yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, ooh, this is about to eat, like, hey, come on now, girl boss, right? So she gets to me, right? Places her hand on my head, I'm bowing, doing all things. And she starts off by saying that I'm just like so depressed, how I wanted to align myself, and how like, that I'm just going through all these dark times. And just like, girl, just going in on me. Like, I don't know what's going on. This is coming from left feet. I don't know what's going on, right? I'm looking back in the pews. My entire family, y'all, at this point is crying, just like hysterically, right? They're like, Lord, pray for, all this stuff, right? I'm sitting there like just dumbfounded, like, girl, what? Right? So I'm like, okay. At this point, I know I need to keep it together because I'm about to cause a scene, right? So I go back to the pews, right, where my family, they hugging me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you was going through all this, yada, yada, yada. I'm looking at, like, my cousin that invited me to this church. And I'm like, girl, what's tea? Because now y'all both, like, I need that. I need that. Like, what is this, right? She's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm like, your homegirl just sat up there and just lied to everybody about what was going on because I didn't want to buy her little Mary Kay products. Like, nah. And she was like, like, she's trying to, like, calm me down. Sometimes God uses people. I'm like, girl, shut up with all that. Like, at this point, I'm going to need that. Like, I'm going to need it real bad, right? Yo, I'm riled up, right? My cousin's calming me down, right? She over there looking at me like, yeah, girl, got you. You didn't. You did. Oh, now I want it. Now I'm like, girl, God, please let me use these hands on this lady, right? So after the service was over and everything like that, I go up to her because, girl, I don't know what you thought this was, right? I'm like, what was that? She want to play dumb in front of everybody. Like, oh, like if you ever need somebody to talk to, oh, now I'm hot. Now I'm ready to put hands on you, right? And so my cousin just come and she like grabbed me. I'm like, girl, like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done for the day. Don't introduce me to none of your other Christian friends or whatever you got going on because this just got messy way like just too soon. Like I didn't even know this girl, right? I'm like, if it was all that, girl, I would have just bought you one or two little Mary Kay products. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not broke. It's never that, babe. But for you to do all that over just some like $10 Mary Kay products, girl, do better. And I'm sure she follows me on here too, which is even more messier. But yeah, girl, that's crazy.
To be honest, we don't even know what she said, your cousin said to her friend about you. You know what I'm saying? Because how would she even know anything about you in the first place? She made it seem like she wanted to be your friend. Everybody that does that sells products like even Avon, Mary Kay, they always want to come in and be all nice and, like, oh, we're going to be besties, we're going to hang out. But I wanted to bring my suitcase. And then they bring the suitcase. Oh, I got all these products. You want to try them? You be like, where is this coming from? You don't even know. I thought we were going to hang out, whatever. And it really just be like that. It'd be like a show, like just to get them to, for you to buy the products. But she was a hater. So because she was a hater, she went to church and fibbed on you. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I would have just told her about herself right then and there. I'd have been like, you know what? I am not that, and I need you to go sit your tail down somewhere before you catch these hands. I'm just joking. Anyways, this is Life with Sean Renee. I need you to comment below what you've done if that was you. If you went to church and you know you're not really like a church person, or you haven't found your church yet, you know what I'm saying, what would you have done? Would you have let that girl talk lie on you, or would you just settle it when you leave church? You know what I'm saying? And let your family know, like, hey, this is not happening to me. You comment below. I would love to see your opinions on the matter. This is Life with Sean Renee, and I'm out. Bye.